There's another all-in-one pod system. Uh-oh. Let's do it. Uh-oh, everybody. Welcome back to That's Wicked Up. Today we're going to be doing a review on another all-in-one system made by Vaporesso Degree. Last year, Vaporesso released a lot of products that started to use its new AXON chip. It was a major departure from previous products that used the Omni chip. One of the more notable features of the AXON chip over the Omni chip is the use of pulse width modulation in the firing of the mod. Unlike other devices on the market that use constant current that's delivered to the atomizer, using pulse width modulation or PWM delivers, in this particular case, 3,000 pulses every second to your coil. I think my math is right. Uh-oh. So here's what you get in the box. The device, spare coil, a juice fill bottle, USB cable, the user manual, anti-counterfeit instructions, a quick start card, the dry hit reminder prevention card, user advisory warning card, and the pre-installed pod with the 0.6 mesh coil. The device itself has a built-in rechargeable 950 milliamp hour battery that's rechargeable via USB, with the USB port being on the side near the display on the bottom, which I find super convenient because I like to plug my device in and not have to lay it down. This device works like any other. You just click 5 times to turn it on. Click 5 times to turn it off. The up button plus the fire button switches the display. The down button plus the fire button gets you to your dry hit prevention sensitivity meter. We'll talk about that in a minute. Having it all the way to 0 turns it off. Having it to 10 is its most sensitive setting. The device goes in wattage range from 5 watts to 30 watts, and it does not round robin. On the 0.69 inch OLED display, you get from left to right your battery indicator. On the top you have the resistance of your current coil, underneath that you have your puff counter, and on the right you have your current wattage. Pressing the fire button 3 times locks your current wattage. Pressing the button 3 times again unlocks your device. It may be hard to see here, but if you press and hold the up and down or plus and minus button at the same time, it resets your puff counter. Hold it for 1 second. Filling this device isn't overly complicated. You have a topside fill port where you can take your e-liquid bottle and the nozzle and simply press it inside to fill it. Now, the pod itself, to access it, you take the door off, which is held on magnetically. The pod itself can be taken out and filled, or you can fill it straight through. Now, I find taking off the drip tip is easier with bigger bottles. So you take and you press. Now, I don't know if you can see this or not, but you can press, and there's a mechanism down inside that allows you to fill. Now, this is the issue that I run into when using this, and maybe it's because I'm not using their bottle. I'm not sure. But it tends to like over leak. It tends to over leak, which is it's a problem. Even if you take this off, even if you take it off, it still tends to not want to fill. Now, I'm not sure why at all. It's filling now, but again, yeah, just leaking all over the place. Even when it's empty, it does that. Not too much of a problem, I guess, if you go slow, or again, maybe if you use their bottle or my angle is not correct. I'm not sure. I'm going slower now, but still I have some leaking. So, yeah, cool idea if it didn't leak so bad. When you install a new coil in the device, it does what all of the devices are doing, or all Vaporesso devices have been doing for a while now. So if you stick a pod or your coil in with the attached liquid, it'll scan it. It'll do a scan, and it will change your wattage back to the recommended wattage. The one thing that this won't allow you to do is overpower it. It'll let you go to a certain level that's recommended for this coil, but it won't let you overpower the coil. It won't let you go any higher. It'll let you go lower, but it won't let you go any higher than what's recommended. Something else I felt was super dope was the low liquid indicator and the dry hit indicator. So yeah, I like this device, Vaporesso Degree. with the AXON chip. I think Vaporesso is doing a really good job with their line of devices that are coming out using this chip. I like that the USB port is on the side and not on the bottom, so I can set it down on a tabletop instead of having to set it on its side when it's charging. The display is very, very easy to read. As far as functionality goes, very, very simple to use. Not too many bells and whistles that you would expect. As for a good starter kit, I think that's fantastic. You don't want to overwhelm somebody. I do like the low e-liquid indicator and the dry hit indicator, which I think are synonymous. I found that I turned my sensitivity down to a level of 5. Does it better for me, because otherwise it's too sensitive. And I think it really does depend on the type of liquid that you put inside. It feels very rugged, like it can take a beating. You can drop it. I don't think anything's really going to happen to it unless you. I mean, it's going to get scarred up, but that's for sure. But it seems like it's a very good rugged device to have. Things that I don't like about it. I don't like the drip tip. Well, let me start again. I don't necessarily hate the drip tip. I don't like the fact that you can't use your own. I would just like to have that option. I want to use my own. I have to use theirs. It didn't come with a spare, so if you happen to lose this guy, you're vaping on the O-rings. The fill port is very problematic sometimes. Now, regardless of how I filled it with it on the device. I can take the pod or tank out and fill it, and it's still going to leak. That's very problematic for me. If anybody who's ever gotten e-liquid all over their hands, it just doesn't feel very comfortable sometimes. But other than that, the price point, you can get this for $60. I've searched around the internet. I feel that's a little steep for a starter kit, especially if you want to transition smokers onto vaping. You don't want to make something like this overly expensive. Now, for $60, you do get quite a bit with this, which that's great, but still $60. I got it on sale, so hey, for you going out there, I highly recommend getting this. I certainly recommend getting it, but get it while it's a steal. But yeah, so the Vaporesso Degree. Smoking combustible tobacco products is the #1 leading cause of preventable premature deaths in the United States and the world. If you're a smoker of combustible tobacco products and you're on the fence about making that switch to vaping, I highly encourage that you do so. Continuing to use a product that will ultimately kill you is just waked up. If you found the content in this video helpful or entertaining, please subscribe to my channel. Select that bell icon so you get notifications when new videos come out. Also, leave a comment in the comment area if you have any questions, and I will certainly get back to you. Thanks again for watching. Until next time.